thank you very much for tuning in to the BS Sports Show. Big thanks to former captain of the Comets, Scaly Schrock, although I told him he'd always be like the captain.
He's captain of my heart.
Yeah, I mean, how cool is that to be the captain of your hometown pro sports team?
Well,
it doesn't happen very often at any level in sports.
Playing for your own hometown pro sports team usually doesn't happen, let alone being the captain.
Yeah, exactly. So, kudos to Kaylee Schrock for being such a good dude, but also for, being the type of guy that will just, bend over backwards to accommodate. He tried to get out of this tonight. I told him he couldn't, but we could, reschedule, and I kind of didn't let him do it. And he's like, never mind. I'll be there.
I don't blame him. I tried to get out of this tonight too.
You know what? I got to admit, my vacation was great. So, getting back into the grind. Everybody knows getting back into the grind can be a pain in the butt, but it's a lot easier when you have a job like I do and like Mo does, where we get to show up at a bar and hang out and sing karaoke and eat food and drink whatever and have a great time and be with you guys. So we appreciate you guys coming out here, and we appreciate what we do. So thank you very much for listening, whether you tuned in at the BSSportsShow.com or whether you tuned in at IndianaSportsRadio.com.
Or iHeartRadio now, finally.
Much appreciated. iHeartRadio is another outlet to find the BS Sports Show. Google BS Sports Show. Google Listen to the BS Sports Show. It'll point you in the direction you need to be pointed into. So thank you very much for tuning in. Hey, Mo time. Well, let Schrocky sneak out of here without singing a karaoke tune. Matter of fact, I think he would have stayed longer had I not revealed that he was going to have to sing a karaoke tune.
Yeah, thanks for doing that. And he left me his beer, so I think technically in a few states now we're married, him and I. So you took vacation, and some interesting things did happen though while you were gone. We saw the women's team win the World Cup, and Ben and I talked on Monday about articles around the world were already coming out how hypocritical the United States is when it comes to not punishing Hope Solo by keeping her off the women's team, and we would do that to NFL guys and NBA guys. Why did we not do that to the women's team? Does it bother you because since it was the World Cup that she played? It does me. It bothers because who would be the first person in line? It would be a woman to say, why the hell did Ray Rice play last year? Why, it's a little hypocritical.
It's hypocritical. I'll give you that.
If you take the World Cup out of it, she shouldn't have been playing. I mean, let's be honest.
It's hypocritical, but by the same token, I don't think anybody should be prohibited from doing what they do by virtue of making a mistake. You can pay your penalty. You can whatever you got to do to atone for your crime legally do. But I mean, obviously, I've had my own transgressions in the past, and I've always thought that what I do in my personal life shouldn't affect what I do professionally.
Yeah,
and whether or not you're a professional or not at the World Cup level is irrelevant. My point is she's a soccer player. Let her play soccer. She's not a murderer. She shouldn't be in prison. She made a mistake. She should have to follow through with whatever legal ramifications ensue, but nevertheless not be prohibited from doing what she does. I believe that for everyone. So is it hypocritical? It's hypocritical in the sense of other punishments to other people, but I'm a second chance guy, and I'm also a guy that believes that just because you did something in your personal life or whatever, pay the penalty legally, it shouldn't affect you professionally.
Does it change things because of her sex? If she was a man, would she have played in the World Cup?
Probably. I don't think sex has anything to do with it. I think it more has to do with the U.S. trying to compete with the rest of the world.
I'm saying, though, but if she was a man, she probably wouldn't have played because everybody would have been up in arms. If a video would have come out like it did for Ray Rice, would she have played in the World Cup if she was a man? I don't think she would have.
Yeah, she might have.
You think if what was the goalie's name that everybody fell in love with last year? Tim, whatever his name was.
Oh, yeah.
If a video would have come out of him beating his wife, would he have played in the World Cup? I don't think he would have. I'm not trying to make it an issue here, but
who did Hope Solo beat?
Her husband.
Yeah, but
twice.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares when a woman beats a guy.
Right, that's what I'm saying. But
but see, it doesn't matter if you're a world-class athlete or if you're a minimum wage McDonald's employee in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Nobody cares when a woman hits a guy. And no one ever will care, nor rightfully should anyone care when a woman hits a guy. Because women don't have an advantage on a guy.
I don't think that's true at all.
It's 100%
Hope Solo
true.
could kick my ass.
No, she could.
Yes, she could. All right. I'll tell you what. I hung out with a former female wrestler who was probably 6'4", 240, and could beat the piss out of me.
But see, now you're talking about the exceptions to the rule.
I don't think every man can beat up a woman. I don't think that's true. Have you ever seen me fight? I couldn't beat up a little child.
Majority of men can handle women. Majority of men can overpower women. Men are the stronger sex. As a matter of fact, it's probably pretty much defined that way, that men are the stronger sex, physically. Women have been arguing that since the beginning of time, that just because they're physically the stronger sex doesn't mean they're the stronger sex. We are mentally just as smart as Hillary Clinton. No. No woman is ever going to be punished as badly for abuse of a man as a man of a woman, no matter what they do for a living or no matter how physically intimidating they can be. Even if it's a 400-pound woman. A 400-pound woman and a 100-pound man.
Girl.
Yeah, she's a big girl. 400-pound woman, 100-pound guy, she beats on him.
Yeah.
She isn't going to get nearly in as much trouble as if it was the other way around. If the 100-pound guy was punching the 400-pound woman. Guaranteed.
So it's a society thing.
And you know what the sad thing is about that? The whole sad thing about my stance right there is it sounds sexist.
Shockingly, yes.
It does. It sounds sexist.
So
it sounds like
if a woman was sitting right here, she'd be pissed because you're saying she's weak.
Because no, well, yeah.
Yes, you are.
That. But she would also say, "Oh no, you're saying women have an advantage over guys?" No, yeah. I mean, they would find a way to.
2 ways. So now you're saying
exactly.
they're manipulative.
Exactly. Oh, we know they're manipulative, and I would never admit that to my significant other. But I can say that as a blanket statement.
Sure.
Yes,
sure.
Women have advantages they don't realize they have.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I'll go back to the whole grass is always greener on the other side. Women think men have all the power and all the money and all the advantages in this world, but there's a lot of advantages to being a woman, too. Nobody's ever opened their door for me. Nobody's ever bought me dinner because we went out on a date. Nobody's ever... anything that women get that guys don't get.
Well, I mean, maybe you should... even if you were gay, probably not, because you would probably still be the dude.
I don't know why we got into that, but we're going to take a break, and we're going to get into the final vote in the MLB All-Star Game and the overall All-Star aspects. Good, bad, ugly of the All-Star Game comes your way next. Plus, we're expecting DC Hendricks to join us, and I've threatened that several times. We've talked about it. But I promised him a free buffet tonight, so I'm hoping that makes him come out. I don't know if it will.
You've never once promised that to me.
What's that?
You've never once promised that to me.
You're right. That's because you're here. I'm trying to get DC here. Stick around. Taking a break. Back in just a couple minutes. It's a Friday night edition of the show. Mo Times at Mo Radio Show. I'm at Billy Elvis. You can find us in a couple places. The link's at thebssportshow.com or indianasportsradio.com. And back to finish up hour number 1 next on the BS Sports Show.
At ChampionshipFootballs.com, we offer a 100% money-back guarantee on every single souvenir football that we sell. It's simple. The coolest present they'll open that day, guaranteed. There's nothing worse than trying to find the right gift for somebody that has everything, whether that special present is for a New England Patriots or a Baltimore Ravens fan. Maybe Gramps is a lifelong Giants supporter, or your brother-in-law lives in Seattle. Know a member of the Ohio State Alumni Association?